nice people! Welcome to the stream! We are here on Critipedia. Ooh, that's a lot of people there. Hello Fortuna Street. Hello RPG Waldorf. Hello Fadoen. Hello Nirvana Games and hello Zoro. Ooh, there is a lot of people. I said an explosion. Wait, let me have the explosion. Okay, before I don't know if it happened, just in case, you know. And look how good they... Hello, Lolo, what's it? I have a theory. Everyone wanted... Everyone wanted Parachain. Unfortunately, today couldn't happen. Oh yeah, bring more explosions. More explosions. Waldorf week. Everyone wanted Parachain, the Parachain event on Discord. It didn't happen, and so... they already took the free day off, and now everyone is on stream. Could be the theory. Today we are playing Verloren by... Yeah, okay, I was waiting for the explosion. By Fortuna Street. No, Parachain, let's destroy this stream. No, wait, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. No, sure, go with explosions. We need to fix the economy. The economy of this channel is very much ruined, so with more explosions it may balance out. I don't know. Everyone asking where Parachain, but no one ever asking how Parachain. Why are you eating Trigdorf? Sure, I didn't forget. There's your random waifu Russian roulette. Let's go. Let me activate this one. Nice, okay. So we can start with something. And we have... Oh, wait, we got Citlali from Genshin. This one doesn't appear often, but that's the second waifu from Genshin Impact. And okay, I know what you are thinking. If I say, oh yeah, she's kinda... she's 100 years old in the game. Ah, what a surprise! What a surprise! But at least she also acts her age, so in a way, I can withstand it just a little more than usual. I can understand it just this little more than usual. Just a little though, just a little. Maybe I'm forgiving it because she's the second waifu of Genshin Impact. I don't know, still. Also, fun fact. After I got her, I stopped playing the game. Like, I decided to quit Genshin Impact, and it so happened when she was released. So in a way, she is the symbol of me quitting Genshin Impact. A little paradoxical, I never even got to use her, which I don't even know if she is strong or not, but at least I'm glad I stopped playing. So maybe I should thank her, I don't know. Or maybe I just waited for her to come out to stop playing Genshin Impact, I don't know. Still, I'm free. I'm free now. Everyone asking... No, wait. She's a grandma. Yeah, in the game, everyone calls her Granny. And Susie chose a wife. What do you mean? She's very old. Very old. You should add some wild cards to the waifu list, like Rick Astley. Well, I already have a picture that are slightly more spicy, so I think there already are some wild cards. I'm pretty sure. Okay. Now we can go on the game. Before though, I will say again what is Critipedia. Simply, we are playing games, we're giving critiques, and I want to keep a tally of critiques I give of games. So in a way we have a very ordered or kinda ordered spreadsheet where anyone can see what I think should not be done in games. Again, I'm trying to say it as a I try to make it sound subjective, but I try to be most reasonable than I can in the explanations. Also, I'm pretty sure, yeah, there is some space reserved for Fortuna Street, so let's see if we can cover at least half of it. Why not? At least half of it. 948 is coming today. Maybe I should extend the reserved list. Okay. So, we can start. I don't know even the resolution of the window, so let me fix it live. Oh, full screen? Kinda full screen? I think it works. Let me... Oh, wait. I think it's a little cropped. Wait. Okay. Okay, now I think it's more reasonable. More valid, even. I'm lowering the volume. Please tell me if it's too high or too low. And here we are. I like the music. I have to make an observation. I think this game is free because it's I think it's chapter based, or I don't know. I saw it on each and doesn't say demo, so I think it's a free game. So I suppose it's not such a... I don't think it's important that I talk about the presentation here. Like, okay, it's important in a way. Though it's not a game that it's meant to be sold, I feel like. So that's why I can go a little soft on the presentation here, because the title screen doesn't tell me anything, to be fair. We have a girl with a weapon. There's the only thing I can see that can be part of that story, it's the hourglass here. Well, actually 2 hourglasses. No, I'm sorry, there's the hourglass here. But doesn't tell me anything about the game. Again though, being a free game, I don't think it's such big of a deal, but it's still important to make the game stand out. Yeah, that's Fortuna game. Oh yeah, it is. The touch screen looks decent. Yeah, at least it's good looking. Though again, I don't think it conveys anything important. There's a character, the team, the background, and... Okay, I can concede the epic music. It's also elegant because you can also move with arrows on the mouse. I don't know, adds the extra touch of being malleable, being dynamic in a way. Visual style options? Okay, it's fine. Ah, we also have a background. This is still a plugin though, right? Tutorials? Why is the tutorial off? Here. Wait, will this be RPG Maker tutorial? Maybe not. What do you mean a graphic setting? Ah, okay, so... Okay, I see. Not really graphics, more like shakes and everything. Oh, I can keep the rest. Ah, there's also... I still like there is the scap dialogue option here. The configuration... I don't think we need any of these, right? Okay. We can start. Knowing about the game, one can tell the protagonist is going to be the game's sole focus. Well, there are many games where the protagonist is... Well, it depends. Still, I don't think only knowing that she will be the main focus of the game is enough to be something that attracts to the game, but let's see how the game plays out. Let's start. A fairy, of course! Which other way to start the game? Oh, Fortuna Street, if not with a fairy. Hey! I saw this avatar before. Okay, no, wait. Let me read. I didn't even have time to read. Okay. Also, I like the lucky flowers on her dress. Anyway, I've been asked to give you a quick tour of the most important option. I had gone through the options. Is that so? All I have to do is let you choose your difficulty. The difficulty of the game can be changed at any time. The only way to play Maniac mode is start with difficulty. Okay. Maybe you have too many options for difficulty. Okay, don't get me wrong. Usually, personalization is a good thing, but personally, I think it's a little too much. Because it would be hard to to fine-tune all of those options for every player, right? Maybe it could be a good thing. Personally though, I don't know. I think it's okay, but I find it hard to believe that it's perfectly balanced for each modality. For example, a boss in Brutal could be slightly harder, meanwhile another boss is more harder, because I don't know, I find it hard to regulate the difficulty for each part of the game here. Very jump scare. And it happened very often, very early. What kind of scrub? Not picking that as difficulty. I ain't going with hard, okay? But not more. Not more. Balance for veterans. More exploring, fighting, battle planning. Enemies have more strength, magic, and agility. Okay, at least it's not that much. Though I really hope it's not just statistics. Oh well, at least it's not more health. And not more defense. So they just do more damage. I will see how it plays out. Though I hope it's not just a stat increase for enemies. What would an adventure be without the challenge that goes with it? Before, would you like to know more about the game controls? Is it really necessary to have this long introduction of the controls? I think it was perfect to let the player choose the difficulty right now, but I don't see why should I go through all of this right now. Because you can definitely play without setting anything, right? You cannot play without difficulty, but you can play without controls and without options. You can fine-tune them later. I think this is very unnecessary and slows down the start of the game. Sure. I know. It's not like okay, I don't know, I'm lying, but I'm not really interested in knowing them now. That's what I mean. Perfect, no one is following me. Child's play. Okay, I spoke too soon. Let's get out of here fast. Then good. Okay. Not easy, huh, soldier? Where are you going, Lady Helen? Huh? Ah, we're fighting them, okay. So we can see how the battle plays out. The game has special overworld action bound to keys. Yeah, maybe I can check it later, but I think even if there are important keybinds or buttons, they should be explained during the game, not before even starting. Because if the game tells me, oh yeah, press the Q button to do a Q button to reset puzzles and W button to dash forward. After this battle and after the intro, I could remember them, but would be better to just say it when it's the moment. It's the contextual tutorial. Wait, should I? Is it a worthy entry for Critipedia? I think it's a very minor thing, right? And I don't even know if that's what it means. But just to be annoying, sure. Let's let's put here no contextual tutorial. I'm not saying this is what happens in the game, but it's an idea that came to mind. Could be, could not be. I didn't even check, but I think though maybe I put something similar here. So I will definitely need to check for duplicates. Tutorial should be pertinent with the context. Yeah, though again, I didn't check the button, so maybe they say something else. Still, I think I should note it anyway. Okay, let's see how it plays. We are dying already. Surrender, my next move will not spare you. Never. Ah, okay, we're not playing. So it was just a cutscene. We are on the right track. You too, when you have regained your composure, search the tower. We will continue towards the hall. Why are half of the soldiers are waifus here? I don't know what lady what this thief stole. Ah, this is interesting. Makes it seem like he pretends to not know her, or at least his knowledge of her changed. That seemed to preoccupy the captain for more than our little nap. Don't be too quick to claim victory. If our night owl manages to escape in one piece with her booty, we'd better not rock the boat for a long time. Poor master. Will be a shock for him to learn that his trusted advisor has betrayed him. What can I say? Loyalty is much more valuable than gold. Alas. Shall we go? In the tower? Yeah. Now are we following them? Yeah. They don't seem the protagonist though. Also I saw the painting of the title screen. Of a default title screen. The real question is, why only half the soldiers are wife? Because the others are husbands? Probably. They should do though. You know what? Would be cool. Wouldn't it be cool to have like, if you were a king, to have an entire, yes, an entire, oh, it's called army of guards, which are only waifus. Could you imagine a waifu army? Mind blowing. I know. The game has some unique controls weren't common. Well, I think if they're not unique, they're not common, I hope we will see them later on the right context. Waldorf would have decided for 100% female soldiers. Yes! Yes! I personally love soldier or warrior girls. We all would. Okay, pretty based here, pretty based. A bit awkward, but works as expo dialogue. Well, I can always... I always concede some introduction that doesn't explain everything, because there's always space for some mystery in the introduction of the game. Of course, though, there's a limit. There's a limit to how many things you talk about without explaining. Because it's fine having a mystery on a basis, but having a mystery on a mystery built on a mystery, you don't understand a thing. Did you hear anything? Nothing. Let's keep moving. I don't recognize this painting though. Why those flames seem very important? We got screwed. Quick, she couldn't have gone far. Ah, okay. You're not for... Ah, what if she is hiding... Wait. How? Invisibility? Hey, why should I climb the tower when I can just use the stairs? Okay, so... I see, she used that trick to have the way open. She could have hidden before though. No, okay, but she had to go above to put the fake rope. I see. So I think I don't mind the intro here. Well, at least I don't mind this scene because it shows Helen that she's crafty at least. I don't know about the rest because I still don't know what's happening. She's running away, of course. And she became a simple thief now, before being Lady Helen. At last, the library. Guarded, obviously. Huh? What did you do? 1, 2, no more? Well, too bad for the third one. RPG battle! Okay, without even greeting, I see. I recognize this music, right? Is it like RPG Maker XP music? Guard is approaching. Helen got the upper hand. No, I'm not playing. Fan of knives. Is it like an ultimate? Okay. Give me a second. I'm all for dynamic and cool attacks, but she's just moving in random positions here. Okay, again, I'm all for cool attacks that do cinematics, but she's just moving for the sake of moving. She should move around the enemy, not moving away in other directions. This is not being epic, it's being awkward. Okay, this is cool actually, but going in the corners though is a little too much though. I think it's that. No! I suppose she's here to steal something, a book, since she's in the library. No, wait, is that a secret passage? Ah, yes, DLC music. Ah, could be. I definitely heard it. In every second there is one army with just girls. The Valkyrias, maybe? Damn, I forgot about it. I should replay it. Shut up. That was super cool and the action sequence ruined it. Ah, you make an interesting observation. I think I don't mind the battle sequence, but maybe the cinematic of it was a little awkward, of course. How many camera effects will go in the action sequence? Yes! Why would she have passed through the dead end if she didn't know about the secret passage? Well, she could hide. She can become invisible. Oh wait, that's just an exit, okay. It's not easy to run in heavy armor. I'm not the only one struggling to keep up this marathon pace. I suppose she wasn't expecting someone to find the secret passage, otherwise she would have hidden anyway. Again. You will not go any further, traitor! Sorry to contradict you. Are we playing now? Wait, are we playing now as the other character? Ellen tries to escape. Ah! That was like a... Was it like a trick? Try to escape but attack appears behind. Temporal lift! What's the power scaling here? Already with a max power scaling. So she has triple turn or something? Ah! It's over, Helen. This is as far as you go. I recognize this music as well. Wait, it was in a... It's a remake of 2003 RPG Maker music, right? I remember it from Tales of Banalia. An illusion. Of course, yeah, she can become invisible, so I suppose that's part of her powers, like a trickster powers. Or even thief powers? Huh. Also, we're about 2 minutes in the game. We're still autopiloted intro sequence. Yeah, at this point, maybe... I don't know if I would have given the control of the character to the player in the battles, at least. At least to make the player do something. Because I don't really see I don't see much the point of the battles if you don't do anything. I suppose could make sense for one automatic battle, but more than one? That could just be relegated to the cutscenes at this point, right? An illusion, how could I be so blind? There's a lot of dead people here. Oh! Well, just climb over a one of the graves and also this is like the tile set upside down to form a wall. Veronica, you made me wait. What do you mean wait? I made you wait. I could have left a long time ago now. Then why are you still here? To taunt me? I like the sound effect of smashing into it though. Still I still don't know what's happening. Maybe now it will be explained. The tutorial around you get the tutorial instead of... Ah, okay, that's why it is. Still having that many battles, autoplay. I would have instead had like cut animation, a simple animation on the map if it's not a tutorial. I don't know. Still, in a way, it's not that problematic. I feel like it's just showing a dynamic of a battle, of the cutscene during the battle. So I don't think it's that of an issue. Still, maybe even without the tutorial, you should still have left. You should have still had let the player play that section without a tutorial. Like just the player chooses what to do. I knew, so I had the trap set up here 3 days ago because I knew you chased me up here. Well, I think this is simpler. She made an illusion in case someone chased her, but... just to buy time, I suppose. Still, also Helen seems to be very overpowered here. Like, she creates illusions, she becomes invisible, she creates force walls. So, I suppose she's not physically strong because she has to create those, otherwise she could win any time. But then, she could have just run away easily. She could have just she could have used the illusion before to bait people elsewhere instead of becoming invisible. And she could have created force walls to avoid being chased even before. In stricter spaces, she could have put a force wall. Okay, no, but okay. She says here she wanted someone to chase. But she could have done it, I don't know. This a little too some pieces seem to be a little forced to be this cinematic here. But it's the intro, so I can get over it, right? I will see how it goes later, for now. Though again, I feel like Helen is too powerful for now. In a way, weak physically, but way too powerful in other magic. Like, this alone is overpowered if no one can break through this. I just wanted to make sure that you could pass on my farewell to the one you call your master. Also, she has illusions that can harm people. She has physical illusions. We saw her attack the guard before. So, already having a duplicate is overpowered. You're telling me your nonsense, bound hand and foot, after having confessed to him that you tried to kidnap his daughter. His daughter? After all, it's all matter of perspective, right? Artesio said something. No, wait, maybe not. It's a good idea to have a few battles in the intro. Well, I think it's always a good idea to let the player have some agency, some there and there, even if it doesn't make sense. The simple example is choices, dialogue choices. If you give the player a dialogue choice during a long cutscene, it doesn't really fix the problem, but, okay, I'm saying in general, not here in general. Putting a choice in a long cutscene, it's not a solution for everything, but could help get the player a little of more concentration in on the game, at least for a little more. Let me guess, they're lovers and they're trying to escape. Like Crystal Tears game? Anyone? Verloren is a knockoff game. A knock or a knock game. I think those are two different things. Knock knock, who's there? Okay, as expected, she had a barrier everywhere else, because anyone could go over the graves. My portal is a... She can also teleport! Okay. I suppose the portal takes some time to load, to charge. Still, creating a portal, I suppose has some limits. Hopefully. Otherwise it's broken as well. Sorry Veronica, but I had to leave you. Damn you, Helen! No matter where you take Tempora, one day I find her. But... So she kidnapped the daughter, but... I didn't see anyone. On that day you better be in a coffin already. Sorry Vero, but I wouldn't give up. Know, however, that you'll always be my friend, even if one day you make good on your threat. Oh wait, makes sense if the... Okay, I suppose makes sense that the kidnapped one is, in RPG terms, can stay in the inventory. You can put the kid in the inventory, I suppose. Here we are, sweetheart. We're finally out of this hell. She has too many powers, because I could see many ways on how she could have done it without all those things. She could have just made a portal inside. Right in the room of the kid, right? She had a portal here. Okay, there could be some limitations. For example, the portal could be one way only, or the portal needs to be set in a specific spot. I don't know. I hope it gets explained later, because I think I really don't like his overpowered powers that again do not get explored correctly, and so they seem used only for where the artist or the writer wants the powers to be used. An example is, well, it happened in Fire Emblem Three Houses, for example. There is an antagonist that before dying teleports away. Okay, it's overpowered, I suppose. Next time you fight him, he doesn't teleport away. Why? I don't know. He dies next time. When you give someone teleport, okay, in this case, she has to prepare a little to teleport. Still, it's the general example of overpowered abilities that get used only when the developer wants. Where could be used for in a even more optimal scenario, for example. I'm not saying you need to be a mastermind to know how to use it perfectly, but here seems that the power is used just to make the scene how the developer wants it to be. Of course, again, there could be limitations, but they need to be explored later. If you introduce an overpowered ability, it needs to be explored. Here, unfortunately, it seems like she only has abilities for the sake of it, because she's strong and she needs to do the things exactly how they are. Basically gave her almost every possible plot-breaking power. My new guess is she's going to die in a time skip and will be playing as the child. Huh. I think it's a good call. Unless the player is going to spend the whole game saying, well, she has basically no limits what she can do. Why is she having difficulty doing it? Yeah, good point. We'll see where it goes. Still calm, huh? Note, I may have given you too much soporific drug. What is this? To my dearest? Tempora. Oh yeah, this is your birth medal. To my dearest Tempora. We'll have to find a new name for you. Okay, I suppose, okay, so there's gonna be a time skip, because it seems like the story is about Helen growing a child by hiding her identity, or his identity. I think it's a hair. Ah, we're choosing the name. Okay, why there's the... I don't get why there's the default RPG Maker that's MZ, MZ splash art, when those characters don't appear in the game. Ah, I think. I could be wrong. So, Angel? Instead of Angel... Satan! Wait, how should we call her? I suggest one Angel! Well, I appreciate the suggestion, but... Sure. Ah! Wait. Can we call her Blank? Though it's a hair, I don't know if I would be... Wangeri, okay, Wangeri is better. MZ. Angela Street. Just straight Waldorf, okay. Yamfully too! Avig Angel. Alright, we could do, let's see if we can do some sort of mix, I don't know. Angel. We could do... Like, I can keep a 2 at the end, I can put an MZ somewhere. Well, we can... Let's see. We can go with... I would like the MZ somewhere. We can go... Wait. We can go... MZ. Instead of Angel, MZingel. MZL 2. MZL 2. That's the worst name I ever put in a game. Wait, we can make it worse. Dorf. Here we have it! MZL 2 Dorf. That's quite a mouthful, huh? NFU. At least for now, Lolo, please take your mind off from NVU, okay? Legna, Frodlo. I think this is perfection, honestly. MZ2 Dorf is really good. Thanks. Thanks, I know you can understand it. MZ1 Dorf was already taken. Well, we gotta go with a 2, yeah. Damn NVU. I think I got it. What do you think of MZ Tudorf? Feels like a name Elon Musk would give to his children. This name suits you well, doesn't it? You really hate your daughter if you call her this. Don't ask when I get a child, how will I call him? Please don't ask. If she's a female, Yanfei. If it's a male, Waldorf 2. As if she could answer me. I need some rest. Okay, so the time skip is a picture of... No, don't tell me it's just a picture here. Though I love this one though, it's pretty cute. Also starts as a warrior, then changes class because she already maxed out the warrior class. And after mastering the archer class, she switches to scholar. So I suppose she's mastering every skill tree. Though please don't be a single picture. No! No! There should have been at least a small part saying, I don't know, that she grew, how she grew in a village, brought up by the mother or something, under the name of Tudorf, I forgot already. Just having a picture there, I suppose makes sense, they show don't tell, but that was just a single picture flashed on the screen. There should have been at least something complementary to the picture. MZL Tudorf, okay, I remember now. And here we wake up. I don't know, I feel like it's fine to have time skips like those, but the picture really was, I don't know, really needed something to complement it, to sustain the picture, instead of just being there. Mistake is a great name for a child! No! No! That would be awful to have as a name. If she's a female, gold ship, no. Okay, Crocodile, the waifu from Uma Musume. Before it was Daiwa Scarlet, as we maybe saw on stream on the waifu folder, but after playing it, I think it's a nice nature. Let's say the waifu taste is Daiwa, but the heart says nice nature. And then turns into Cynthia! That's the backstory. Time skipping montage. She looks too similar to Helen. That's right. I hope it has an explanation in the story. Like maybe that's her real child or something. You did all the art, right? It's good. I wish the time skip cutscene was slightly longer. Well, it's just a picture now. Though, yeah, the art is... I really liked the art. Nice nature. What's the problem? What's the problem with nice nature? Wait, what do you mean? Did I get something wrong? The hook is kinda falling. Well, time-based I stopped a lot, so we are 5 minutes in, but yeah, we don't have a hook at this point. We got the intro sequence, which was cool, but here we just start in a city in a new life. Honestly, I feel like all the RPGs kinda created this problem. I think could be a Final Fantasy, I don't know. Like all the RPGs had this problem where, or this thing where you start in a slow life in the city, oh, and you do things, and then suddenly something happens and you go to adventures. That's classic, but that's an old standard. A stupid standard here. Because at the time, you had all the time you wanted to play your game, and you kinda had only one game or two, so you definitely played it. Now that with all the games we have online, developers should at least change the perspective on how they make games. You cannot make a game with a slow start, saying, oh, it gets better later, because no one's gonna play it if it's not good right away. Because they have plenty of free games around, right? Why should they play yours? So that's the problem of not having a hook at the start. No problem, okay, oof. You may be the first nice nature fan ever met. Why so? She's nice. She's nice. Apart from the fact that she's built like the buffer, but... And I just got her today. Before I didn't got her, so... I'm gonna start playing with her maybe. First though, I'm playing with the new one that came out. The big one. What a strange dream. 1 second, it's already daylight. 10 AM already? I'm going to be more than late for class. Ah, you have school. Finally awake, Big Marmot. The Big Marmot thanks you for letting her hibernate during her black magic class. During your black magic? Sorry, but all classes today are suspended. Can you guess why? Was there anything special today? I really like the effect of things flashing around. I think it's a good effect to not have something very visible, but I suppose still interactable. I'm registered for today's competition. You weren't going to forfeit? Professor David Rins, your dear daughter... Oh, we got a name drop at random. Your daughter and student would like to request your help to participate in the inter-academic trial tonight. Okay, you're giving me an info dump in a self-explanatory dialogue. I don't think it's too bad, this one, because it looks like a formal request, so I can get over this because it's the professor. It's a little too blatant, but I think I can get over this. Still kinda awkward way to reveal a name. Yeah, also because you have a text box here. You could have just have the text box in the name of the character here. Okay, maybe you want to do the thing where it's question mark, but doesn't make sense because the character knows the name, right? So you don't have a way to, you don't have a reason to hide it. Sorry, miss, I'm MZ Dorf, but registrations have been closed for weeks now. But fortunately for you, your dearest father thought to enroll your name at the beginning of the said inscriptions. What would I do without you? You'd been declared forfeit by default, which would have been a real shame given how well you progressed. How is your training going? I don't need a warm-up to show the other competitors who's the boss. I'm sure you reach new heights, like you did 2 years ago. And giving my feeling right now is I just want to see what the game is about now. We're just having an introduction. I suppose we're getting introduced to the characters here, but for now I don't really feel anything for the characters. So I don't have really a lot pushing me forward to be interested in what's going to happen. Yeah, honestly though, I don't know how you should get more closer to the characters. I think maybe, I think it's the personality. I feel like their personality is not strong enough in those dialogues. Maybe it's shown better later, but those dialogues they show some personality, but very, very little, not enough to have you affectionated to them, and by consequence caring about them. That's why I'm not really that interested now. I'm gonna see. If you hadn't thought it was smart to associate me with the worst dunces in school against my will, I could have shown you what I'm really capable of. I hope my partners this year are up to my talents. Your allies are old acquaintances, Edwin and Flora. They may not be the best people in the academy, but your complicity will be more than make up for it. Perfect. Wouldn't you have preferred Arthur or Cynthia? Wait, so we have Cynthia! It's not her though. Those two already have their sights set on victory. Pair me with the best tank or bookworm in the academy would kill the suspense. Okay, though I like that it's at least explaining what their others are by not saying it as you know, Bob. This is a good way to say what the two others are. Tank RPG speak. Well, in a lot of fantasies, mostly Isekai, okay? People know what their class is and say that aloud. Oh, I'm a healer! Oh, I'm a tank! Stuff like that. Moreover, I can see them accepting another common strategy, more interesting than the frontal attack. Edwin and Flora will have no problem following my wise tactical advice. I'm quoting Nova again. I think you'll be pretty familiar with it, Fortuna Street, but something Nova said that struck with me was dialogue is information conveyed through character personality. And here, we mostly have information here. There is some tweaking in the dialogues that makes emerge as some personality, but very little. Mostly in the phrasing on what they are choosing to discuss, but that's mostly it. The only thing that comes out is that Amzel Studorf is very talented. But that's because they said it. It's not really coming out from... Well, it's slightly coming out on the way she speaks, but that's it. I don't really perceive any other personality here. He's literally a tank! Lolo, I really wanted from Samir on to make a game where things are badly written, but it makes sense. For example, a typo that it comes out to be true, or someone that's a tank, but you find out it's a tank already. Didn't you do a similar thing on your part of Parachain, where there was a... I don't even know if it was intentional. I think it was not intentional, never mind. I need to remember though. Calling yourself wise does sound very cocky. Though I don't see a lot of cockiness in it. Except from that one. Also again, I think it's not really wise to have most of the explanation done at the start of the game. Because that's an unstoppable urge of a player is to take control, to play. So I think those explanations should have been given in other context or slightly later. So at least to make the player move now. I can leave you with peace of mind. Are you leaving already? Yeah, I have many preparations to make for tonight. Yeah, also, there are some pieces of dialogue that are not really very important. Like, I still have many preparations to make for tonight. I don't think it's that important to say it away, right? Could your rest have anything to do with the fact that it was your turn to make breakfast? Not in the slightest. I had breakfast at 5. I wasn't going to get you up at this hour. I have taken unnecessary risks. Fair enough. For your breakfast, I left some pocket money on my desk. Take what you want from the refectory and keep the change. It's not every day that one is champion of the academy. Train well while I'm gone. Try not to forget your weapons for once. Oh yeah, there's hot water for a bath if you want. Are we getting fan service? No, I'm kidding. It's a beautiful day outside. Birds are singing, flowers are blooming. I'm Zeldorf too, as me should be fighting. Okay, so the game is telling me to take the sword, but I think staying on the topic of unnecessary dialogue, this would be enough, right? Since we know we are going to a tourney, we know we should get the equipment. So I feel like dialogue could be schemed. Get out of here, I doubt Dad will ever have time to deal with all this anyway. Ha! It's a way to get here, I see. Ah, free money. Dad decided to pull out all the stops today. I'll be able to treat myself for once. Locked. And contains all the personal memories of David, so don't touch. Envelope of the name of David Rins. A stamp of a distant country. I know someone who should be more careful with this mail. Oh, the contents of the letter are gone. Too bad. I would have been very interested. I like though having here extra dialogue around. Also because you can also wonder. I like those things because they are not mandatory. They are short, and they may have something that makes you wonder, like, is the distant land important? Who is this David? Or if I know David, I already forgot who it is. Ah, the menu! I forgot the menu! We can go now. We can save. Yeah! Okay, we're fine. My Parachain 2? There is something, maybe I thought it was a joke. I'm rewatching the video and see what part exactly. Because there was a name that was misspelled, but it was actually exactly what you meant. It was not misspelled, it felt like it. Okay, we have all the backgrounds for each section. I suppose it's fine. Maybe this background is a little too vivid. Should be... I don't like this background. The background is has too many stuff. Too much stuff. You cannot really focus on everything you have. I would have made it simpler, like the others. Ah, we also have achievements, I see. I don't think we can do anything, so... we go. Compete. Music, spring break. Oh, we're going on a break, yeah! Ah, okay, so we can get free items even by checking items. Ah, that's cool! That's the... I love it. That's the animation of opening the thing. Hot water for a bath. Ah, okay, yeah, of course. They have not hydraulics, so they go with this. As I have the whole day ahead of me, I have plenty of time to take a good bath. Oh yeah, fan service with a black screen. Okay, I suppose this was just for flavor. For shadowing, if he also had a Stappy Bear, there would also have been 5 o'clock shadowing. Oh, you're telling about the Parachain, right? The other game. Let's go find the plot. Okay, let's take the stuff. Wait, was there a dialogue if I didn't forget the sword? Costume unlocked, simple dress. Oh, the dress is wait. How can I change it? Well, first. Copper Myriad. Cannot crit. No. Aha, simple dress. It's weaker, but only by 1. Also, this one adds evasion and caviar. Is it caviar? I don't know. She does not change the dress. Maybe here. The mirror gives a 360 field of vision. That's not how it works. Should be 180. Oh well. This sound is a little too obnoxious. I don't know where to equip the thing. Maybe here? Oh well. Ah, critical avoidance. Okay, okay. Makes sense. And that... Is this a save point? No, we already have one. The teleporters are currently overloaded due to the breakfast rush. Ah, okay, so there are teleports. So at least that makes the teleport from before slightly less broken. Still broken, but less. Wait. Are we in a big structure? Oh, please don't tell me we have to remember all of this. Or at least check it often. Okay, it's a school at the end. Since there's no class today, Edwin is certainly still in bed. Let's get him out of his dreams. Oh, are we getting the love interest? Also, what is this statue? Temporis, the god of time. Wait. Wasn't that the name of the kid? Wasn't that her name? No, wait, Temporis... Yeah, Temporis was the name... previous name of Emzel to Dorf. No, Tempora, so... Ah, so it's he... So the protagonist is his daughter, I see. What are you doing here? You've forgotten where Edwin's room is again? The one on the southeast. Okay, I like this detail. Though, I like this touch because otherwise this could have been a... Well, this was still an issue, but this one covers for it a little. Because at this point you don't have the knowledge of the protagonist. You don't know where to go. So you feel like a dissonance between what you know and what she knows. Though talking with him first explains this dissonance, and second explains where to go, so I think I can overlook it. This one is sus. Busy with lunch, Arthur. Okay. Edwin? It's 10:30. The sun is shining. The students are training hard for today's competition. Let's break in! Miss Edwin, it's more than time to get up. Edwin! Oh, he's so like me. Ah no, that's a hair, never mind. Hello, Zeltudorf. Is Edwin still not up? Wait, no, that's... No, that's not Edwin. As you can see, this slacker decided to sleep in. Let's clean and let's go, sure. Here's a strange bird that I caught here. Maybe you're looking for me? Don't look for Flora, there's only me here. Can you imagine her teleporting to the academy at this hour? Wait. I don't get it. Did she emulate the voice? She comes after sunset, doesn't she? Wait, no, I'm completely lost here. I'm going to rewatch the scene, I think I saved, but... No, wait, that's the autosave. I think it's fine. No, wait, too late. Because, I don't know, it's completely unclear to me, at least. Oh, we got everything, right? Okay. Like, she simulated the other voice, but there is no hint for doing so. You kinda understand at the end, but you stay very confused. Yeah, I think... Yeah, it makes sense that she imitates the voice, but... Tempo is tempora, you mean Ansel to Dorf? Yeah, I suppose that's what happens, but... We are lacking every context here. We are lacking the context of... We're lacking the context of, is this real? Who is she? Why the protagonist should emulate her voice? Or if she is emulating her voice? This is very disorienting. Because any player here would think that someone is talking. Also, she has the same hair of the guy inside, and you don't really see if it's a male or a female, so you could also assume that it's her, but you're confused because the dialogue doesn't match what's happening, so I think it's a very big jump of context here. I would assume most of the players would not understand what's going on here. I think could be easily solvable with a dialogue of the protagonist explaining what she's about to do. Like, let me try my voice changing spell or something. That would be enough. We still don't know who she is or why she matters for him, but at least we have most of the context here. Here we have nothing. Can you check on your spell list? Okay. Okay, I will. Though even if there is, I don't think it would be right. Change, prepare. That's probably his crush. Maybe you were looking for me? Don't look for Flora, there's only me here. Can you imagine her teleporting to the academy at this hour? I don't. She comes after sunset, doesn't she? You're right. To make up for cheating you, I'll offer you lunch of your choice. You offer me lunch? No, that's okay, I'm not particularly hungry. It's going to be a long, intense day. Are you sure you can survive on an empty stomach? I'll make up for it with dinner. And he's in the party. Sure, let's see the skills. Ah, she has some skills, okay. She can transform. Sword Bobo, Tom Tom Sword. Okay. So now she has a copper. Ah, I see, that's cool. 10 caviar. More precision, cannot crit. More accurate but less powerful. Yeah, it's way less powerful actually. I would suggest here to have an icon. Like when you cast this, or even when you press this one, there's an icon. Could be a status effect, a temporary one, that disappears when you leave this window. That shows which are you do you have here, because if I press one too much... Okay, it's here, never mind, it's here. Then maybe you should... I think it's fine actually. But for the extra touch, maybe it should go away every time you press. And I think it's fine actually. Oh well. I don't think it's such a big deal. I wonder if there's an Easter egg if you try to name Tempora Tempora. Probably they will tell you you can't. Could be interesting. And there's a costume equipped slot at the bottom. I didn't see it. Okay. Ah, that's right. Oh wait, it also changes the portrait. Huh, that's cool. Let's see. I even hear the drawing. Ah, that's cool. We have Steal. Okay. Triplicate. 3 destabilizing attacks on one enemy. Stun. This thing is broken. Probably the final attack. Analyze. And Sep. Okay. So there is the next action. But we also have magic. We have a lot of stuff. Ruin. So neutral damage. Heal. Cure. Remove status. Annoyed Nova. It's another attack. Which is the same as the... Okay, Ruin is free. Okay, I like this thing where mana is more relevant. You can cast Ruin for free, but Nova uses 1/3 of your mana. Shadow is double damage. And what's up? The explosion, right? Yes, 3 explosions, let's go. We can learn. Still locked. And passive protagonist privilege. Immunity to instant KO. Huh. Well, at least it's not like Final Fantasy 13, right? When you get one-shotted, you die instantly even if there are party members. Scenario restrictions is unable to learn or cast teleportation. Okay. It's breaking a little the fourth wall here. Which, I don't know, I think could be called in other ways. Because breaking the fourth wall makes sense only if the game makes sense with the breaking of the fourth wall. Ah, yeah, what about him? Gold Rush. Half of the party gold to deal damage to an enemy. Ah! This feels broken if you have too much money. Of course, though, very expensive. Sales day. Also, I like you don't have to choose. So you cannot live by throwing how much gold you want. Sales day? Ah. Cheaper spells. And we have the same. Mega Ruin! Ooh! And Vault. Okay. Prince of Merchants. They refound the money you spend. Ah, that's cool. And procrastination. Hey, that's really me for real. Okay. I think we saw most of it. We should save. Okay. Okay, I like this thing a lot actually. I was wondering, okay, what are we supposed to do now? Did it talk about going to it, but I said no. But then I saw the open door and that's a pretty good sign. I like it a lot. Otherwise I would have been very confused. I got to say it. Annoyed Nova is right attack. I wonder what the Waldorf attack does then. Yeah, the protagonist is a freelancer. I think it makes sense, so it can be paired with any party member. She literally has their plot armor. Well, I think it's a cute addition, but again, breaking the fourth wall on the passives is a little weird. We're still in the phase of the game where we are getting to meet the party characters and get to feel their goal and objectives. Game would have been fine if it started in this section. I think... honestly, there's still a lot of things I really want to know more about pacing and introductions, because I feel like there's a lot of stuff I don't know on game design and everything. That's why I cannot really grasp what's bugging me here. But I think a good way to help this part is to add some sort of something to look forward to. For example, you could be the reward of the tournament, for example, or something that the father wants to tell you. For example, the father could have went, okay, after the tournament, and if you win, I have to tell you something vital, something important. Or maybe something like the winner of the tournament gets to obtain a super secret item. And what is the item? The item will be shown tomorrow before the entrance ceremony. And then you have something to look forward to. They may not be the entire plotline to look forward to. Could be something that sparks the plotline. We still don't know what the plotline is here. We are just existing here at the school Magic University. I think just how it's called, something that could, I'm not saying a MacGuffin, but something that have the parvens of being important. Like, you can introduce a mysterious character that doesn't say much, and you think, okay, who is this guy? I need more. Or an item that is mysterious. At the start, we don't have any mystery. We just have the story. We won't get any surprises. Or we may get surprises, but we don't know we might get surprises. In a way, knowing that there will be a surprise is a way to get more enticed, right? It reminds me a little of Professor Layton, because there's an entire section of the menu that's called mysteries. So if you forgot your hook, you go there and you check your mysteries to remember what to play for. Well, not as drastic as that. Charge! Not bad, but your trajectory was rather messy. A target more reactive than your armor could easily dodge your charge and take advantage of it to strike back. Zeltudorf? What right do you have to enter here? Let me think, because the door was open, and it's an RPG. Oh yes, mate, it's a pretty good answer. I guess you are here to make a late bet? I'm here to gauge the form of my opponent. Edwin, on the other hand? Where did this guy go? Oh, pardon. I don't believe him. They really entrusted the management of the bets to a brute like you? Why not? This guy can barely count to 1,000. It was the perfect opportunity to improve my mathematics. That's a good answer to the dialogue. I didn't mind the answer. Another advantage. The bad losers will be more discreet this year. Well, Edwin, you didn't come here just to question my skills, I hope. You wouldn't happen to have some chips to invest in a venture fund? Is it allowed to be a punter and a participant? There are no such restrictions. I'd be the first one to be annoyed since I bet 50 chips on Mzil Tudorf, and another 50 on Cynthia. I see you believe in your victory. In the business, we call it diversifying your investments. Maybe we should do the same. No need, we will be victorious. There is no doubt about it. We are returning to the argument of personality here. We can see some personality here. Arthur is a little dumb. The protagonist is overconfident, but again, we don't see much of it. We just saw Arthur make a joke about wanting to count up to 100, which was funny, but I think that was it. And the protagonist, you can see from the dialogue she's confident, but I don't think it's enough to make a memorable personality. Maybe she's more deep than this, but for now I'm only seeing just overconfidence and that's it. Which is even light. Maybe the overconfidence could have been even mocking. She could mock the opponent saying, you won't survive 2 minutes against me or something. But most of them are, again, just conveying information. Or not even just information, they're just talking about stuff. 2.5 for me, 3 for Cynthia, and 4 for Mzil Tudorf. Maybe you'll surprise everyone though? Not sure it is the guy you want to call out as nerd. I was calling Tempora. Ah, okay. Arthur, your life expectancy just dropped by 12 years. I'm serious, otherwise I never have taken the risk of betting on you. You never had a chance to show the extent of your talents in the last contest. I may be surprised. Or not. I realize that I don't have a single chip left. Go get some from the resting room, then come back here, I'll still be there to accept them. Bets remain open until the start of the competition. There's no need to rush. Oh yeah, I forgot. Good luck tonight. Be at your best. I'm counting on you. Don't disappoint me. Thank you. Was this Lobo? Yeah, okay, Fortuna, this is not intentional, right? Doing one step at a time. Ah, no, wait, no, never mind. I thought it was the cutscene. I thought it was still the cutscene. Never mind. I thought it was moving out one step at a time with frequency 2 or something. Never mind. No, it's just NPC walking. Okay, wait. I'm gonna take this moment for to address something, or I suppose update the Critipedia, because I feel like in the future we will see many times where the start is starting like this without a specific hook. So maybe I think I should write down what I feel about it. And I think because it's easy to say, oh yeah, there is no hook, but it's hard to say why the intro does not hook me. One thing is saying, oh, there is no hook. The other one is saying, why am I not hooked? I think it's because there is nothing to look forward to. There is no mystery. There is no incognita. Everything is set. No incognita. Again, though, if there are too many if there are some incognitas that are not hooking the player, so maybe that's a thing we are gonna explore when we play other games, I suppose. And I think we already talked about the personality, right? I'm not really sure we had this one. Okay, we can have this here, and I will later filter if there are similar ones. Quote Nova as a note. And for now, let's see. I think also now we are getting introduction of characters. I'm worried though it may be repetitive as this one, right? If you value your life, look away from the box. Okay, I cannot check again. Can I steal stuff? No, okay. Filled with books of military history. Okay. We did it, thanks. Bye bye. What do we do now? If someone told me last year that Arthur would be managing the bets for this competition, I'd have burst out laughing. And yet it was he who cashed in my bet. I bet 100 casino chips on your team. You'd better do everything you can. I'll do my best. Don't worry, your chips are in good hand. I would also say... I don't know if Edwin will be a protagonist. Because doesn't feel that has a strong design compared to the other characters. Because this student is very similar to Edwin. Maybe he will not survive up until later, but at the start, I don't know, it feels pretty bland at the start. Door leads to the main only sanitary facility. Well, it would be a pretty power move, right? Okay, okay. I appreciate the auto cutscene here because I didn't know where to go. Hello, Camille? No, you're wrong. Camille is currently in charge for the refreshment. Larissa is running the casino. Do you have a casino at school? You're looking at Sophie? You should consider wearing a distinctive sign. It's like Pokemon. Every nurse is the same. But they wouldn't be so much fun to run the counter. The director never has a problem differentiating them. I wonder how she does it. Hey, Tudorf, will you have the basic lunch as usual? Not today. This time I'll take the royal supplement. Last chance, Edwin. Are you sure you don't want anything in particular? No, classic lunch for me. I'll take 2 royal supplements. $40. Payable in advance. Okay, who's gonna eat all of that? Are you really going to eat all of this? I am. There's just the first royal supplement, with a second coming soon. Oh, she's gonna get fat. Already finished? I wasn't going to keep you waiting either. Watching someone else feast isn't the most fun activity. I was planning to stop by the game room. It will be another time. We have more things to do. Studying in the library, beating a few monsters in the cellar, asking our teachers for advice, spying on our competitors. Can't wait for the sun to go down. The holidays are tomorrow. What activity do we start with? Your choice. If you're not too comfortable, I suggest we start by revising the basics. So it's up to the Magitorium or the Gymnasius. Okay. Wait, do we have the quest list? No. Here, okay. A long day. So I like the quest menu because there's the possibility of the player forgetting what they have to do. Rewards glory, huh? Well, it's a main quest, I think it makes sense. But it's a thing I already wrote on the Critipedia here. Let me see if I can find it. It was one of the first ones, if I remember correctly. This one. Too many options. It's not really a bad thing most of the time, but now I just started. I don't even know what the place is about. So it's very overwhelming here. Okay, maybe we can talk to this one, but it's very overwhelming now because I don't know the place and I have too many things to do. I think by starting the game, I suppose I suppose people want to be free right away and do many stuff as they want, but on the other side, I don't think it's right to throw the player in the middle of something and make them understand the place before even having to understand what they need to do. If I already knew this place, if I knew... Ah, the music changed. If we knew this is the casino, the professor lounge is in the second floor, and the training area is outside, then it would have been fine, but here we need also to explore. Honestly, I'm trying to find an example that could help. For example, a way to help this would be... Honestly, I don't know. Maybe that the story brings you in a place or the other. Though I don't like that the game throws you right away in this very big open area. Because in a way it's cool to have a full area of exploration. On the other hand, the exploration in a way is mandatory. Because you have to find everything you need for the quest. What is this one? Tenebra, the goddess of darkness. The shadow seems much larger than it should be. Doesn't look like Tenebra though. Oh well. Also, Tenebra, huh? Italian name, I see. No, I'm still considering this thing. There are too many options at the start of the game. The quest kinda tells you where to go, but... Personally, also I don't like that you have to open the menu and... Or... No, I don't like that you don't know where to go. You don't know where the areas are. And talking to them, maybe there is something that will make me change idea. I don't know. Too much open world. Yeah, in a way, but well, not really, because this is not open world. I don't think you could define this open world. I think it's a wrong comparison, but let's take for example the first open world that comes to mind, Zelda Breath of the Wild. Okay, unfair comparing RPG Maker with a Nintendo game, but Zelda Breath of the Wild throws you in the wild right away. But it's not like you have to find the specific spot where to go. And also it's not like you can only do specific stuff. In Zelda Breath of the Wild you're not open in an area with a lot of NPCs to talk, no monsters, no items to grab. Here you start in an open world that doesn't offer challenge. It only offers dialogues and maybe some items. So this is not really comparable to an open world. It's more like I cannot find a comparison. But we could call it the boring open... Wait, I may want to... I think this could be a right entry for the Critipedia. Because I'm pretty sure this happened in more games than this. Oh, well, hello Regeta, welcome! We're playing here a game by Fortuna Street, which is Verloren, if I remember correctly. Verloren, I'm sorry. I was this close. Exploring the school looks fine. Needs to be more signposting between different areas. Personally, I don't think it's... Okay, I see. It's fine only if you know where you're going then, you mean. I think there is the issue of being very open-ended, because you have 2-3 places to go and you can choose, and you don't know where to go. This is too much. I think the best way to start would have just been, okay, let's go to the teacher's lounge on the second floor, and maybe there is, I don't know, arrows or something that helps the player. And meanwhile, the player has complete freedom of exploring, so the player will feel like that they have to go to the teacher lounge, but they are very free to explore. I think that would be the perfect compromise. So at this, I can say then at this point, the problem is not having a clear objective. Okay, we have objective in the list, but it needs to be very clear. Like, the player must imagine themselves going to the objective, if that makes sense. I should imagine, okay, I go to the next set of stairs, and I enter the professor lounge. Here, there are more than one, and you don't know where they are exactly. So I think this is the problem, not the open world. The open world makes this problem a little worse, which would not be a problem if there was not a choice. Oh, I think... Wait, let me... I'm onto something. I think the main issue then is... you feel like the open world is a task more than a freedom. Let me explain better. You see the open world and you don't think, oh yeah, a lot of extra content, but you think, oh no, where do I need to go in all those places? Then placing clear landmarks definitely would be of help for this game, at least for the intro here. Also, I'm sorry if I talk a lot about stuff like this, but I think it's a good moment to reason what I can add on Critipedia so we cannot spend too much time later. Let's see, so at the end we pinpointed the issue I had personally, a subjective issue, but I really love to talk about them. My issue will be your issues now. So, the problem I found, for myself at least, was the open world feels a chore. Okay, because feels like feels like the open world is forced. No, I have to force myself into the open world to find the objective. So in a way I can define it forced open world that's not the right phrasing. I would say, well, again, the problem is no pinpoint location. The open world is just an aggravation. So no, I think we already have it though. Wait, no clear objective. Clear, no, okay. Do we have it? Probably here. We have a similar one, but it's another one. I would call it open world confusion tasks. Open world tasks. Confusion, and we leave it at that. I will write about it after the stream, when I find time. Mostly when I find time. Okay, we can continue. You have finally chosen the champion of whom you'll bet your chips? I have my own ideas, yes. May I know who you have chosen? Arthur. Are you serious? Of course, it's not for nothing that it was given the most unfavorable odds. That he gave himself the most unfavorable odds, to be exact. Half of the school seems him as the clear favorite. One wonders why... Why what? Beep. How shallow you can be. Oh boy, let me dream. What do you bet on, know-it-all? What did she say? I'm the only serious candidate. Who? Cynthia, of course. That's stuck up, honestly. Why not? She won't last 5 minutes against the wandering monsters. We'll see. Let me make a small counter-proposal. Rather than betting on raw strength or raw intellect, why not try a combination of both? Are you suggesting that we bet everything on you? Does she really expect us to waste our hard-earned chips on the most overrated investment of the history of gambling? Dream on! It was a failure. Everything is relative. You did manage to get them to agree, which is no mean feat. Oh well, that was extra dialogue, I see. Then, oh, the bathroom. It turns away, okay. Okay, so it's just... people really leave anything and everything lying around here. And you didn't see the male bathroom! Luckily I don't have to go in the... Well, the university bathrooms were actually decently clean, to be honest. I'm glad I never went on too many public bathrooms. The only one I went are the bar and restaurant bathrooms, which are definitely more clean. So at least I'm glad for that. So I need to go teacher lounge. Wait. Do we live on the 3rd floor like cool people? Okay, so we have girls dormitory, boy dormitory. I see. Makes sense that the bathroom is here. And so we can travel between areas. Huh. Personally, I'm not a fan of having the teleport right away. I understand why it was disabled before for a story reason, but I think it would be better to first make the player find, explore, check a little the area to understand how the structure works. Not such a big deal though. What do I need to do? Also, why do you have to call it a long day? Because this definitely doesn't make me want to continue playing, because makes me think, okay, this will be a long day and we are gonna see no action. I like the idea of the competition, but I feel like the preparation is very stretched out. Or at least, what we played up until now feels stretched out. Magitorium, Gymnasium. At least we can get some tutorials here. In the Gymnarius. This has to be the professor. Waldorf bathroom experience. No, I don't go much often in the bathroom outside. Hello, Professor Zoe. Hello, Amzeltdorf. Your father warned me that you would come by here sooner or later. Need extra lessons? I'll be fine, but wouldn't hurt the boy on my left. Yeah, as for those who tend to find the most improbable excuses not to attend my classes. Calm down, we didn't come here to settle those kind of details. You already had the courage to come in on your own to catch up. I'd be a lousy teacher if I don't encourage you in your efforts. I've been ready since the moment I came. Let's go then. A complete summary of everything? Or a reminder? Ah, reminder, skip the tuto! I'll watch you from afar. Edwin. Do you know about mimicry learning? Practice is more than essential. Nevertheless... Also, again, another thing. A thing you want in a game is to play. Sorry if I'm being controversial, but a thing you want a player usually wants in a game is to play. Here the player is just getting a tutorial. I suppose tutorials are important in games with complex mechanics. But first, we saw a glimpse of the battle system before, didn't feel that complex, even given the inventory skills. And second, there's plenty of time later to explain the battle mechanics, right? When shit gets real, or at least a competition, then there could be a simple overlay menu that says, okay, you do the special hyper attack by charging the super mana bar or something. You don't need an extra scene required by the story to hear an extra interaction with a character, which I don't think it's that important, just to get the tutorial. In a way I can... Explosion! Oh yeah! I see the explosion. Too many maybe. Hello Michael. We're playing Fortuna Street Cave. And we are filling the Critipedia. Well, kinda. I can see the... Honestly, I can really see the effort and passion for the game, but I can also see stuff I don't like, so I'm gonna be annoying. Should I be called myself annoying Waldorf, or will I get sued by Nova? Yeah, though, what I was saying is, this tutorial at the start is unreasonable. Like, we have too many explanations. We have a big chunk of exposition and story, and later we are gonna have all the combat. But a player that plays RPGs play for the story and the combat, of course. For now, the story we didn't see anything, and we didn't see anything of the combat as well. Okay, we saw something of the story at the start, but now there is no story. There is just tutorial of something we won't even see. A player launches for either of them. You cannot give neither of them. Okay, the third part of RPGs are preparation, builds and everything, which is still absent here. Okay, exploration is one of those, I suppose, but... I don't know why I don't feel compelled to the exploration now, because I feel really the longing of the gameplay itself. That's why there's a difference between starting a game in a city and explore and later battle, or starting the game, fighting right away, and later take your time to explore a city. Because, so then maybe in a way, exploration of a city should be used as a... Yeah, wait, I'm onto something here. Maybe the exploration of cities, this can be considered a city in RPG standards, is not the main focus of the gameplay, of course. The main focus is the battle and the dungeons. And the story, okay. So the cities should be a relaxing moment between a dungeon and the next one, right? Here though we start with the city right away. In a way the city is a way to take a breather. Like, you fight, oh, fight, boss fight, oh, we win! Okay, oof, let's relax, let's explore the town, see what items we can find, let's see the story progress. And then prepare, we took our breather, we return to the next dungeon and we fight again. Here we get a breather from nothing. We don't need a breather now. We just want to fight now, we just want to see the gameplay in action. We want to see the game itself. So maybe we can add it here in the notes. Too much breather here. I told you I'm gonna fill the full Critipedia. Oh wait, we got a waifu Russian roulette. Yeah, let's go. I'm gonna address your comment later, Lolo. First, let me go with the waifu Russian roulette. Not this one. Okay. Okay, we got the Russian roulette from Drag. Did I greet you, Drag? Hello. Sorry, because I didn't see you in chat. Hello. And we also have a plush. Wait. First, let's see if we got a match. If we find a matching picture here. And let's go. This happens every time. This appears every time. Hello, Corizutina. Next one. We got a free one. We got a receipt. We can go with a free one, right? It's always those two. So, third free one. We got a receipt again. Okay, then we can showcase the right plush here. Here she is. Look at her. Every time she appears, the screen gets darker. My webcam gets darker because she's too bright, too pure for this world. Maybe. Well, pure is not really the term I would use for her, but like, look at her expression. Don't tell me it's not adorable. Come on, look the pouty face. We need more pouty plushes. Unfortunately, the one that made the plush, I don't think they had a adult Lazy plush. Otherwise, they would have took that one as well. There was a the other character. Which was it? The one that stayed only at home. Bernadetta. There was a Bernadetta plush, but I didn't took it, unfortunately. Now it's probably out of stock. Also, now I'm starting to save the name of the artist when I download the picture, so I can credit them when I will inevitably show them on stream another time. So at least that's that. Okay. Let's return to the game. And let me see. It's okay if this is a sort of slice of life game. I don't agree as well, because well, it could be a slice of life, but the thing of slice of life is well, I'm not really expert in the matter, so I suppose I don't have my ideas straight. But it's a game. If it is a JRPG or a slice of life, doesn't change the fact it's a game. It's supposed to be entertaining. And the slice of life focuses way more on the characters than the overall world building and everything. That means that in a slice of life, the characters need to have a very strong and distinguishable characteristic, personalization. You cannot just do a blend RPG and call it slice of life. No, because if you don't want to focus on the battles and the world building or whatever you have, you should focus on the characters. Here, the characters are don't really show a defined personality. Well, they have a weak personality for now. They show something, but for me, not enough to make them memorable at all. The problem is the prologue states. No, it's not an issue of stating or not. It's an issue of focusing on what's important for the team. If it's a slice of life, you focus on the characters. If it's a JRPG, you focus on the story and battles. Here it's just focusing on the tutorials, the exposition of. It's not really showcasing neither of the two. Unless you invent a new genre that focuses on exposition, then I don't think it works neither as a slice of life and neither as a JRPG for now. My point is only on the fact that a slice of life don't need to follow the JRPG flow structure. Yeah. But I took the opportunity to explain why it's not that easy to just say, oh, it's a slice of life, so my game is fun. Unfortunately, yeah, it's. I suppose there are different type of games and something could work for some and not for the others. That's why then it's important for a game to define what genre they are. Because a slice of life. A JRPG that looks like a slice of life can be disorienting for some players. They may expect one or the other. Can be like Run Factory. In games, you immediately start with a slice of life and the bigger plot elements introduced gradually. I only played the first one. But Run Factory starts slow with the plot. But I suppose you start right away with the gameplay. You start right away with addicting gameplay of cultivating your garden, right? So you have something to start with. Okay, beat the monster in the cellar, huh? With one notable exception. I won't say more. Hard. Okay, so maybe we can go in the cellar then? Cellar it is. which is on the top. Let me guess. Ooh, paintings. Yeah. Battle of Fort Condor, -5. And it's the year, maybe. Joan Deschamps, Savior of Valencia. Castelio, historical rival of Valencia. Castelio. Why it's funny? Castelio. The Mister of Castles. In combat, when non-command is selected, page up shows information about enemies. Ah, okay, that's useful. Okay, so I need to scan them before. What is this? Ah, okay. The seller was the other one. Ah, I'm out. We're going nowhere. Why? You're not gonna sneak out of school, right? Not at all. Okay. Welcome to the Tower of Knowledge, the most renowned private secondary school in Anhaza. Okay. I like the intro, the entrance. I found Ghosted. To sell, maybe? Okay, let's try again the cellar. I realize now the cellar goes down, not upwards. Here. Huh? Is it a link spot? Okay, you got me there, you got me there. I cannot read here. Forbidden to enter without having previously prepared yourself accordingly. Okay, I did. I also the healing. Let's go. Oh, we got a dungeon. I think it's more a tutorial dungeon, but still a dungeon. With a bar in the left. Are those the elements? Fire, thunder, wind, and ice. Yes. Huh. Those are cool. Ah, okay, random battles. Okay, let's go. Giant rat appears. It has a slight animation. I like the animation, but the contrast in the art style is very stark. Too much. Like we have here a rat with hand drawn probably borders and some shading. Here we have pixel art. They don't mesh at all. They clash completely. Well, could have clashed more, but they still clash. Like, for example, look at the rat clash now. Here, it's physically clashing. So clashing, it took damage. Okay, Michael, have a nice adventure. Thanks for coming. Okay. Ah, audio. Okay, thanks. I forgot about it. I removed it for the waifu folder. Let's see. Ah, okay, the status is here. Can we see the status? No, okay. Ah, okay, never mind, it's here. Auto resurrection. This is... Ah, okay, so it's... I see, it's a contextual way to not make you die in the cellar. I like it. I don't think we will ever die, but it's a way to say the cellar is safe. What? Ah, you can transform even now. And instantaneous. Ah, that's cool. I will try to steal. 1 coin. That's nothing, but okay. Edwin is not doing fine. Edwin? Healthy. Yeah, thanks, but... Aha! Ah no, the sweat maybe is just because he's low on health. Okay. Let's attack. Okay, useless. We are just beating the guy, sure. Oh, magic, we can... I don't even know the weak spot, but let's attack. FX attacks, it a count? Ah! Yes, a counter. Let's see. Maybe only physical attacks. We don't know. Let me see. Wait, first, let me heal. Yeah. What did I want to see? First. Uniform has, I suppose, evasion? Can I give him the female student outfit? No. Too bad. Too bad. Did I want to check anything? Oh yeah. The scan on the enemy. I like that we have sculptures of the elements, but some of them, like mostly the fire one, is weird. You can see it's cropped. In this season, the area is overrun with specters. They are not very dangerous alone, but they can cause you problems in a group. Hopefully it will not happen. Also, wind spirits capable of casting fearsome spells, giant rats that are a real nuisance to spellcasters, and mini golems which can take a lot of damage. Don't hesitate to run away. Ha! As if. A mini golem indeed. Are we still? Agate. That's probably worth something. Edwin cannot do anything. Oh wait, I forgot magic. I forgot, never mind. Oh wait, try Ruin. Explosions! Oh, 26. Probably resistant. Let's see. Okay, resistant to slash, probably. Maybe it was in the tutorial that I skipped, but I suppose it's pretty straightforward, right? Let's see. Nova? Waza! Yeah, let's go with Waza! Oh, that's a lot of damage. Okay, resistant to thunder, but triple explosion! Okay. I was expecting to do more, but okay. We may want to heal. Transform. Transform again. And we have the book. I suppose the tome does more damage? Make a ruin! Oh wait, no, never mind, it's weaker. We can try light damage. Sure, why not? Annoyed Nova attacks! No. Not weak to light. Wrong target. Oh! He attacks two enemies. Maybe he should heal again. Okay. It took some time to charge the healing, right? Oh well. Triple explosion again! This golem is annoying. You can see that the golem is weakened. I like this, the detail that you can see if the enemy is low on health. Okay, we need to get out of here alive. Yeah! We are... Do we still need to go in the dungeon here? Maybe we need an extra party member. Yeah, we may want to go there, but maybe later. We can go in the game room for the moment. Undead are weak to healing items and spell. Can we target enemies? That would be very cool. Wait, I need to try. A pumpkin? Huh, that's an abandoned classroom. Is there an ad in the dungeon? Potion! Okay, great, so we can backtrack and continue later. Wait, the bar in the upper left, was it always yellow? Maybe it's the random encounter bar. Let's see. Still yellow. Ah, okay, it's red, so definitely it's like Eternal Odyssey, I like it. It shows how close is the enemy battle. Why is it a bar though? So the battle is close. Okay, I like the thing. Ah, okay. Enemy are charging. Is that interruptible in any way? Or should I defend? I think doesn't change much because Edwin cannot defend, so I should just attack. Quindi I will try with Area Light, sure. Nova! Nothing! Okay, so they do a lot of damage. I think it's fine. Let's do... Wind Spirit, probably weak to Thunder, right? It's Fire and Ice and... yeah, definitely weak. Power of the Fairies. Fortunately, do they count as Fairies? You are the expert one. Oh, sorry. You're the expert one. But I don't agree they... Okay, they are more like... spirits than fairies? I don't know though, you're the expert. No fairy typo. Okay, then not really fairy, I see. They use the power of... Did I get depixelated? When dodging. Okay, what does the power of the fairies do? We can see though. We can definitely see. Double the elemental damage. This could be a problem. Or we just attack. Okay, they are weak to physical damage, I see. This one needs to die now. But the other one will use the magic. Yeah, hard choice. I think he needs to die. I'm finger crossed. No! Okay. No, still not good, right? Oh, we can manage it? No, wait. No! We are dead. Run! The enemy battle range is purple now. Okay, it's a low color. We got the book. Everything is fine. Wait, though I like that enemies at least have some differentiation. Not just elemental weaknesses, but also elemental or physical resistance. They were practically immune to magic in a way. So there's some distinction between them, I like it. And also they have some strategy enemies. Even the common battles. I like it a lot actually, because I'm kinda fed up with RPGs where, oh, you get random battle and you attack, you cast magic, attack, heal, attack. Here, you kind of have to understand the enemy, you see their action they do, and you have to... I don't feel like you still have a lot of room for choices. Hopefully later with more skills you can choose, for example, to mute one of those, or stun the one that has the cast power increase. For now you don't have a lot of tactical choice in battle. But I really like how the enemies are behaving. They don't just spam attacks, they set up some magic and then attack. Sounds though a bit too complicated for our first dungeon. For different enemies of different types, with different combat roles. Too much for a player. I don't know here, I don't know what to say about it. Definitely, a thing I felt about the dungeon is a little too... Oh wait. A little too hard for the first dungeon. I suppose you don't have any risk of dying here, so you can just steamroll through most of it and respawn, try again. But doesn't change the fact that the enemies are very brutal here. And you most of the time have to leave and heal and restart. Which in a way I appreciate that enemies don't like do little damage to you and all in the long run they hurt you. Here they... even a simple battle can be challenging, that's a problem that most RPGs have. Or RPG Maker games have, that normal battles are not really a threat. Here they are every single battle is a threat. Though even if I like this idea, it brings another problem, which is you are very hurt after every battle. So either you find a way to heal the player after battles with instruments in the dungeon or whatever, or I don't know, or you revisit random battles and the concept of random battles. I don't know here personally. Though I don't think having multiple enemies of different kind is too much of a problem here. The problem is that we don't have many ways to deal with them. Okay, we have attacks and magic. I think we have some ways to deal with them, but personally, I don't know. I cannot give a concrete evaluation on this. Again, I like the difficulty of, well, the challenge factor of the battles. It's a little annoying to return back to it after every battle, which you kinda have to. And yeah, maybe you have a point, Zoro. There are too many types of battle for the intro, though in a way I don't think it's that big of an issue. Because the player in a way understands right away that battle is not just spamming the basic attack or the strongest move. You need to consider the enemy, see what they are weak to and how to fight them. I don't see it as a big issue, honestly. You can use your reading spells. Ah, that's right. Though I think since the battles are hard, they are still a little too expensive to use outside of battle. Not super expensive, but you definitely cannot go through more than 2 battles, because you also use mana in both of them. I will do the rest first, just to see what we are... oh, if we can recruit an extra party member. This one maybe? We need to bet something. Yes! Sorry, Zeltudorf, but your father has strictly forbidden me to sell you chips. He didn't like your antics last time. Is that so? You know him, he always tends to act out of proportion when it comes to you. What if I'm the one paying? Not even... okay, that was funny. Larissa places 50 coins. Mr. Edwin, we agreed that you have bought those chips for yourself. When you bought them, you had no intention of sharing them with Zeltudorf, was there? Okay, that was a funny gag, but I think the over-explaining of it ruins it. Let me explain it practically to you with a cringe example. So, a tree was upset with her parents. It leaves. You get it? You get why it's funny? Because leaves is a part of a tree, and saying that a tree leaves means that a tree has leaves the parents, even because leaves means also a part of a tree. See? If I explain the joke, it's less funny. It's even cringe. I'm not calling this cringe. I'm just saying I don't think it's important to explain here the mechanics of everything. I think a simple line saying I think a simple line would be enough. Though if those are only 2 lines, I don't see it as an issue, but I like to rant sometimes. I'm sorry. Here. Hello Danix, in time for my joke, yeah. Good game to you, Mr. Edwin. Are you so keen to avoid training? Yeah, I'm not the only one. I'm not here to play slots or cards. I plan to try to reach the treasure chamber of the Mystery Dungeon. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon? I heard that they redid the course and added some new monsters. Is it true? That's right. We added some rooms, renewed the treasures, and new type of enemy appeared. It will be your worst nightmare. It's able to take an incredible amount of damage and loves to bring other monsters to overwhelm you. Yippee. Great! I remind you that those are my chips. So what? I'll only agree to rub shoulders with the horrors that inhabits the mystery dungeon if you tell me what happened last time. But this is blackmail! Tell him or I'll be the one telling the story. I was playing poker with final year students. We agreed that the loser would have to pay a penalty chosen by the winner. I was the one who lost. Dad arrived a few moments later and didn't appreciate that I made a fool of myself in public. What was the penalty? Excessive curiosity. Especially when it's morbid, is very bad for your health. Shit, to kiss the... Shush! No, wait, I wanted to know! To kiss him in the mouth? Oh no. That's not penalty. It's sexual harassment. Where is the mystery dungeon? Where is my mystery dungeon? Where is my mystery dungeon? That's the bar. Ah, we can play. We have blackjack here? Huh? Okay, we have everything. Blackjack. 5 co... How do you play blackjack? Wait. Play, sure. Ah, that's cute. That's cute. We have... the poker is the logo. Then we have the queen, which is the queen of time. No, the queen of darkness. What's the name? Ombra? No, wait. I forgot. Tenebra, maybe. Sure, let's bet 4. Double down. Ah no, wait, double down means another thing, right? What? Okay, I suppose any chance to place fairy is welcome in a Fortuna Street game, huh? Peccato. Okay, gotta be fair, I don't remember how to play blackjack. I don't like the card games with the card games with a default deck. Stand you have 20. I'm sorry, I don't know how to play blackjack, as I said. Wait, let's see the roulette. Ah, okay, it's this. Oh, too bad. It's a little clunky having to go to the specific spot and have to bet on a specific number. Let's bet on 29. 29. Oh, odd. Go. Can we bet on even as well? Wait, where do we? A little clunky. I think a simple click, a simple smaller full screen image and clicking on the bet would be enough on the bet area. I feel I got scammed. You're trying to do James Bond Casino Royale scene? I don't know what it is about. You can tell it's one of my first maps of the project. The roulette, you mean? No, I couldn't tell. I thought it was just placed like that in the simplest way. Okay, it's not a game. It's just a tonic. I see. Personally, I'm not a fan of having betting games on a game, mostly because they are the same game. I don't like blackjack in real life. Why should I play a game about playing blackjack? That's why some games have original games on its own. Some more iconic than others, like the one from Final Fantasy. The card game from Final Fantasy. Okay, where is the dungeon? Okay, you asked the counter. How many keys? Only 10. Oh, this looks cool actually. Let's see. Can we save inside? Okay, we can't. I see. Blackjack is awesome. I just don't like card games, okay? I don't see anything. Teleport few rooms forward, I see. Ah, okay, we have battles. Spectres appear. Are we even ready for those? Wait, you can get over 100 TPs, huh? Sure, let's go. Double spell. Sales day! Okay, I suppose he likes money. We can try another attack. No, we don't have enough mana. Here. We may want to save mana though. Huh. Wait, I should switch onto the book, right? Isn't that a little clunky though? Because every time I want to use a spell, I need to switch to the book, right? There is no penalty. So I can cast Mega Ruin. Explosion! Okay, now we go. Ah! Turn right away. Explosion! Explosion! Okay. Wait, we need more explosions. Wait. Do we have we can go with Nova, sure. Light explosion! Oh! Weak to that. Great. Okay, so battles are scripted if you enter a specific area. Left trapped room, you lose half of your HP. Right, audio requiring 5 chips. The left leads faster to treasure room. Well, we can just heal. Let's go. We cannot walk around. Oh wait, half of the max of the... Okay, that's more annoying than I thought. It's fine. It's very skill based. I like a lot the Mystery Dungeon actually, but we still don't get any chance of preparing the team, so I hope we don't get punished for trying it right away. Spectral Lord. Ah, that's the guy who asked reinforcements, I see. We should go with Nova. It was super effective. Light! Let there be light. I cannot go sales day, so... Area damage, why not? Explosion! Oh, it's weak already. He's spamming reinforcements? Again? Okay, that's a little too much. It's fine. Explosion! It's kinda cool having to explode everything actually. Explode! Light explosion! And now we are taking some again! Shut up! Again! How many are there? Is this the boss? Also reminder, we are on half health. Yeah, you're right. Explosion again! Triple kill! Ah, oh, that's a lot of damage. We can heal with Anduin. With Edwin. Explosion again. I should see which one does more damage. I forgot. Heal, please. Oh no, it takes time! It takes time! No! Okay, we lost the Mystery Dungeon. I see. Okay. I think even by healing we could have lost if they focused the same character. So, maybe we cannot fight right now. Unless we get very lucky. Which we were not. Okay, Lola, thanks for coming by. Have a nice adventure. Though I think I will stop playing in 50 minutes. I don't know. I'm gonna see the next spot. Fetch chips. Okay, I got them. With the monster in the cellar. And go in the Magitorium. Maybe I should have went there before. So where is the professor? I suppose at the end of this very ominous corridor. First though, there are statues of the elements. That's cool. That's pretty cool. Okay, the professor is not there. Okay, where do I find the professor? Which is the professor? Okay. Game, I don't have the knowledge of the characters. Revise the basics of magic with Professor Lionel in the Magitorium. I'm at the Magitorium. I need to find the professor. There are definitely no clear directions. Maybe this one? No. Have you prepared yourself mentally to see me on the top of the podium? Okay. Stop with the dissing, please. Maybe this one? You seem concerned. Okay, it's the professor. You seem concerned. Yes. Not really. I lost something, but nothing very important. Your combo, maybe? Not at all. I'm looking for my grimoires. I'm sure I dropped it somewhere on this floor. Okay! Why is it my problem? Ah, sure. Sure, mister, sure. Here. No. Here. This one. This one. Okay, this one is shining. Has to be this one. Okay, Apocalypse. I have a bad feeling about this book. It's probably our dear teachers. Can I read it? Apocalypse. Is it a weapon? Accuracy 4, conviction. Glory and honor to whoever manages to open it. Can I equip it? Here, yes. Oh, it's a curse. I see. Oops. Lionel, I think we have something for you. Show the teacher a copy of Apocalypse. Yeah, this is the tome I was looking for. Need some help getting rid of it? Yes! Oh, the next time you ask me for a favor, I'll tell you to go to hell. You didn't like my little joke? No. You think you're smart. Okay, I get it. To make up for laughing at you, how about a little refresher on the subletities of the art of magic? Be fast, okay? Ah, it's a battle, I see. Spell accuracy. Some spell have resistance. Again, though, as I said before, this could have been relegated on tutorials during battles. Well, okay. Not that you need to go out of the way as the tutorial to find them, but the tutorials could happen in the story battles, for example, one at a time. So you're just showing me the spells. Are you petrifying your students? Ah, okay, this is useful. I didn't know this before. I can... no, wait, no, no, never mind. No, I use it. Okay, I thought I could interrupt the flow of battle anytime. Okay, so about the status. There's also a description of the character, okay. Do I need to see the character? Okay. As new. Okay, recovering from an ailment gets a buff. It's like Darkest Dungeon, that's a good thing. So you cannot perma-stun enemies. So it's to balance things out. I like the thing. Okay, I would have skipped the tutorial though. It's fine. Are you scanning yourself? Did you copy? Ah, it's to give us the weakness, I see. Electricity. And you can scan them in battle here. Okay, okay. I don't see the weakness though. Maybe it's another... I think I missed how to get the weakness here. Healthy. Maybe here. Definitely it's here, but I don't know how to reach it. Ah no, okay, no, it lists only the enemy in fight. Okay, okay, it's fine. It's a diminishing return of elements. Okay, I only know the one that makes you more resistant from Darkest Dungeon. So I suppose it's more explored in other RPGs even. Grey Magic. Okay, so status. Mega Curse! I think we understood. I know how to change weapon, thanks. Oh wait, no, not switch weapon, they change it. I feel like though some of this information, I don't know. I don't like having a battle here to explain everything. I think the information needs to be diluted, to be fed one by one, not all at once. Also because I will definitely... I don't know. There's a lot to take on, I suppose, because there's some more features than normal RPGs, or at least RPGs made with RPG Maker here. Normally they don't have the scan, they don't have the compensation of weakness or of resistance of the status elements, but doesn't mean you should explain everything right away. This has to... I don't think the player needs to know everything right away. Again, even if we don't consider... Even if I didn't mind this thing, I think it's still a missed opportunity to at least break the exploration or the battles a little once in a while to explain something new in the tutorial. Like, instead of having 6 battles in a dungeon, you could have 2 battles in a tutorial, 2 battles in a small tutorial explaining simply what are compensation of weaknesses, of status elements. Anything really, because breaking the gameplay loop once in a while really, I think, could help with getting the piece of the game. Darkest Dungeon invented everything. Yeah, of course. No, I said Darkest Dungeon because that's the only game I played that does something like this. Okay, here. You can open the menu, that's interesting. And you just got. Okay, thanks. Vitamin C. Oh yeah, great. That's not one of the products that improve the character. As I said before, you don't need this information. Again, you could just open the menu and see what it does. I suppose more... Okay. We kinda covered this again in Demonic. We covered this before in Demonic. You don't need a tutorial for everything, because... Why is this here? In case of the player not checking the menu. But... what game is this? An RPG. And what do RPG players do? They check the menu all the time. And if this is the one of the first games of someone that does not play RPGs and they are not used to opening the menu, then this is not the right... I don't think that is the right... target, maybe? Yeah, because if a JRPG player plays this, they know to check the menu. If it's not a JRPG player, there are too many mechanics for someone that did not play JRPGs. So I would say doesn't make sense to explain everything here. Increases the competence points. Why not keep them? I think... I don't think this dialogue is important, right? Maybe it explains what compensation points are, but... At least how he got the candy and vitamin C and why it's giving it to us could be delegated to the dialogue after this scene. The optional dialogue. Is there a word to sum up a billion thanks? This first thank you will be enough for me. Okay, you could have just skipped everything, maybe have it in a dialogue when you interact with him again, and then open this menu. Okay. The skills to be learned are sorted into different classes. Like left and right. Maybe you enter the sub-menu. Okay. I think a player could understand it, right? And also I don't know, you're explaining the game as if you're talking to a child, which could be fine because some players are less... can understand less than others right away. But in this way you are punishing players that understand right away. I feel like you should aim... What is your... What is your target for the game? Is it players that know JRPGs or players that don't? Because here feels like you're aiming at neither of them. You're making a JRPG with a lot of mechanics, or a decent amount of mechanics. You got a scan, check enemy information, magic, switch weapon mid-battle, skill points. On the other side, you're explaining everything. You're explaining what you need to enter the sub-menu for the class, the green stuff is passive even if it says right away. I think you don't have a clear target in mind for your game, which I don't think it's a problem for a free game, but I think it's very important to make a game enjoyable by more people, or by the right people. Like, I don't think I need to know what the passive menu does. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Let's see it though. Let's see. Vitamin C. I'm not giving anything to Edwin. Edwin is gonna die. I'm saying it, Edwin is gonna die. So the skills are here. Learn. So you have Grey Mage and Adventurer. Ah, the counter? No, wait, no, that's attack. Never mind. So the reflex attack is an attack that makes you do an extraction, maybe. That sounds strong, actually. Huh. Undiscovered treasures, that's cool. It's a very default skill. And no surprise attacks, that's nice. Blending blow, poisonous. Poison could be strong against bosses, actually. I don't mind the fast attack as well, though. I will go with... Ah, shows the item to steal. That's also cool. I will go with fast attack. I don't know, feels important. Otherwise, we have a good choice right away here of skills. Here, poison again, but it's magic. Berserk. We have more fuse. I think I will go with reflex attack. Why not? And I'm stopping here. It's has to balance both approaches, you say. Well, it is, but you're just explaining everything as if I never played a JRPG. You're telling me... Oh wait. You're telling me go in the learn section, select one of the two classes, enter here, the green stuff is a passive, even if by hovering it you can definitely make 2+2 and see it again. And to see your passive, go in the passive menu, which is, again, self-explanatory. So maybe a thing you could do is, maybe if the player chooses the hard mode or higher, which I did, you should at least, I don't know the best way to go about it, but you're helping, let's say, the players that know how to play JRPGs will get bored by reading too many instructions of stuff they already know. And newbie players will still be confused because they didn't play many RPGs and there's too much stuff for them. So I think this compromise kinda hurts both parts. Usually the veterans that choose, they skip the tutorial button. Ah, that was... But the tutorial still showed something that I didn't know, like the compensation of resistance of status. It's hard to manage though, I can concede. Again, maybe the best way would have been to or delegate it to I don't know, I don't know the best way. It's still a hard part to manage in a game. I would say, or to split it into single explanations of stuff, given fed to the player once in a while during the game and not all at once, or maybe delegate it to a guide or notes you can read on the blackboards. For example, there's a teacher that explains what the status effects do or what are the skill points. But I would say, I think the issue is explaining everything right away. No, explaining everything all at once. Not only that, we only got the magic tutorial and the fight tutorial. So we got too many tutorials before even starting to do anything. That's the issue for me. I think we already have something on Critipedia about tutorials right away. Too many tutorials. Here, we have overly long tutorial. My take is that's why they teach math over 80 years instead of condensing it into one. Also because it would be even more boring. You could have a separate narrative section for the tutorial. Tempora got through a regular day at school that mentioned the basic of combat. Then after... Don't try to push... No. After the skip, the game start with going to school for the day of the tournament. Well, there are many ways to approach it, but I think it's something that requires some thought. It's not something you can just put in the game and say, okay, this guy gives the tutorial for the battle, this one tutorial for the magic, and call it a day. Every part of the game is important, even the one that explains the game, or even more important because it needs to set the pace for the game. It needs to keep the player. Okay, I think I will stop here. Overall, we still didn't get any hook. To be fair, while streaming, I definitely play twice as low. So probably in game time, I probably did only 1 hour of normal gameplay. Even less since I talk a lot here. And I say, again, I can see a lot the effort and the passion in making the game, but I feel like you're trying to do a lot of stuff at the start. You're trying to set a lot of stuff for the player, and the player doesn't even know that the game is started. Like, the player doesn't even know what the plot is about, and is ready with a lot of stuff around. Magic tutorial, sword tutorial, mystery dungeon, different sort of enemies. Then we have a lot of characters. You have all the backstory before. I would say it's a lot of stuff for the player to keep in mind before even getting to know what the story is about, before getting to know what the plot, where the plot is gonna go. Okay, I think I will stop right here, right away. Let's see if we can ride someone. Let's see. Is there anyone we can raid? We can try. I will see. For now, maybe we can stop here. Okay. Then, thanks again for coming by. I'm doing another Critipedia next week at same day. And we'll see ya whenever it happens. Wait, I don't find the button.